Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Lon and Teresa here. Today we're going to be talking about the Wyndham Grand Hotel in Yangon, Myanmar. We stayed there for 7 days. Went over there to visit with family.
So I took some video of certain areas of the hotel, and we hope you enjoyed the video. And at the end, we'll give you our scorecard of our recommendations and our opinion of the hotel. So welcome to our room at the Wyndham Grand. We just entered the room, and it has a safety feature that you have to put in your card, and when you leave you take it out, and then all the lights shut off and the air conditioning actually shuts off. As you enter, we have a pretty spacious closet. Came with 2 bathrooms, which we didn't really use, and then there's a second area over here, place for your shoes, an in-room safe, and a drawer that has, I guess, information about the hotel. And then this big door actually opens and closes. It's to our bathroom. So here's our bathroom. Has a vanity area with a little stool, a shower with a tub and rain shower head, as well as a handheld shower, mirror, sink, restroom, all the kind of necessities. Another mirror, a little place for your suitcase. You put all our shoes here. It has a nice bench to sit on. We had a king room, so here's a king size bed, has a little mini bar. They provide you with 2 of these every day, Dasani bottled water, and there's a kettle that you can boil water, and it has coffee and tea, and an empty fridge, but it didn't really get that cold. I came with a TV, however there weren't very many channels on it, and we tried to connect our Fire Stick and it just didn't work. There was issues with the VPN here. Nice little table area, chair to do your work, ample outlets. We did bring our adapters to charge our stuff, and then it has a nice little sofa or seating area that you can sit at. Here's the view from our room. It must be like a sports club, and if you look down there you can actually see the hotel pool, and I think those are apartments across from us. So that's Yangon out in the back room. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. It was a clean, comfortable room. They offered cleaning service every day if you wanted it. You would just push the button here on the entryway, and we have it on because we didn't want service today, or you can press that you want it with that button, and these turn off all the lights, and as you leave you pull the card out, and that's it. So that's pretty much our room.
Moving on to our scorecard. First one is location. We gave the Wyndham Grand a 4 out of 5 stars. It was located right across the street from a park where you could take a walk or maybe get some exercise. It was right next to a mall. You only had to walk outside the hotel for about 25 yards. So it was convenient if you need to do some shopping or eat at a couple restaurants in there. It was nice. But as we drove around the area, went out to eat at night and with family, we noticed some more upscale areas, the financial district or the business district. There was a couple blocks there where it was, really nice. Looked like a lot of office buildings, very, much more modern, elegant, and where we stayed was not like that. Now, again, we stayed there or went to visit family, and our family basically instructed us, look, this is where you need to stay because it's close to us. I would make transporting us back and forth to their house easier, safer. So that's where we just stayed, and it was a nice hotel. But we did give it a 4 out of 5. You want to talk about cleanliness?
Cleanliness, a 5 out of 5. Everything was really clean. The halls, the room, the lobby. There were people all the time cleaning the uh, workout room around the swimming pool, the restaurant, the restrooms, all the areas, the lounge were always kept very clean. They were very accommodating when I didn't understand the system of getting your room clean. And how you had to press that button next to the door to get your room clean. And we came home and the room hadn't been cleaned in a few days and we needed clean towels. And so they were very accommodating late one afternoon and sending people up to help us and change out towels. And so that was very accommodating of them. So I really appreciate the cleanliness of the room.
A lot of times when we come back up to the room, their housekeeping was just down the hall or something like that. They'd have the big, the wheelie with all their cleaning equipment on it, and you could just ask them for towels and water or something like that. They were extremely nice. Amenities. So amenities, we gave a 3 out of 5. Now they did have at the hotel, they had a nice place for us to eat breakfast down there. They had a really nice fitness center. I did use it a couple times, whether you like working on the machines or free weights, they had a wide range of equipment to use. It was, I would say, medium size to all the places that we've been before. I had like 3 or 4 treadmills, a couple elliptical machines. Like I said, it had some dumbbells, so you could do some couple free weights. And it had like one of those universal machines where you could do a bunch of different exercises. But one thing I enjoyed the most was the rope pull. You could, with resistance, pull the rope on it. We tried that for about 30 to 45 seconds. I was completely out of breath. But so was my 24-year-old son. They had a nice size swimming pool, little cool for our taste. It typically is pretty warm there, but it must have been overcast that week. And at night, maybe it dipped down, but little cool for us. It wasn't heated, but it was a nice, very nice swimming pool. Um, they had a big bar area, near the lobby where you could spread out and just get a couple drinks, enjoy the evening. But we did, work at the business center a little bit.
Yeah, and the business center was rather small and it was right next to the lobby. I don't know if they had just moved it, but it really wasn't a quiet, private space to be able to sit down and use the computers or pull up your computer if you didn't want to work in the room. So the reason really why we gave it a 3 out of 5 was because, and this isn't any fault of the hotel, and I did do a review of it, and I mentioned that in the review that I gave the hotel in the survey they sent me directly, was that VPN is very limited there, and the TV had maybe 4 or 5 channels, and maybe this is just an American thing, I don't know, but from our understanding, the government blocks a lot of social media and different outlets. So we weren't able to use our Fire Stick, our VPN, NordVPN didn't work there. We did have to get eSIM cards at the airport. We'd usually use Aerola, and we weren't able to use Aerola in that country. So we had to purchase SIM cards, which were eSIM cards, which were very reasonable. I think we spent like $5 or less than $5 a person for 7 days. But the VPN that we needed to use to get other information I don't understand how it worked, but every time I wanted to use it, I had to log in, and it only lasted an hour, and then it would log out. And so there was a lot of issues with that. So you just need to be aware of that if you're going to visit, that a lot of the niceties or things that we're very used to, you don't always have liberty
Take it
to
for
there.
granted, yeah.
Yeah, we really took it for granted, and I mean, we survived. We were fine.
Well,
We're-
she survived. Imagine not being able to follow your favorite sports teams and all the news on Twitter or X now, Facebook. It was really crazy. Like for some things, we needed to sign in to this VPN so that we could go look at it. Then some other things you couldn't. You had to sign out of VPN because you couldn't reach the internet unless you did it, locally or something. So it was crazy. It's like, do I need to use the VPN to go to this website or no? No, I have to shut it down and turn this on. I got to turn that off to go on the other one. So it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, just be aware of that. Like we said, that is no fault of the hotel. It's just how it is universally in that
Yeah.
country. So just wanted to make you aware of that. And the next category was hospitality and service, and we gave that a 4 out of 5. They were very nice. The people were very kind. They did the best to communicate with us. I was even able to ask if they had any gluten-free food or gluten-free bread. They were able to point out which items were gluten-free, and they do keep gluten-free bread, I guess, in the freezer. And one morning, actually, the chef made me gluten-free bread, which was way above and beyond them doing that. But they said they've had those gluten-free guests before, so they were familiar with it. But there still was this miscommunication. Like often we weren't, so we gave them a 4 out of 5, but often we weren't sure, like when we went to breakfast, which was included with our room every morning, did we get up and get the tea? Did they get up and get the tea? Sometimes they sat us, sometimes we sat ourselves. And I don't know if that's just a language barrier between us and them, or we weren't really sure how things are supposed to be there. So I'm not sure it was really their fault, but day to day, we had no issues. It was just the communication wasn't great. And
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah, we spent about a month or two over in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia area, and just more people seem to be able to communicate, understand English here. That's where we are right now, versus being over there. So it's just a little bit more difficult over there. Moving on to value, we gave the value 3 out of 5 stars. We paid $72 a night for a hotel. Now, if you're from the United States and this type of hotel that we stayed in, that's a pretty darn good deal. But for over that area, it was actually one of the more expensive hotels. And again, getting back to the location, it just seemed like it was a little bit more for the area because there was as much to do in the area. Like I said, there were a lot of other nicer hotels, probably closer to some shopping districts, other attractions or areas you might want to visit. Like I said, the business or financial district. I think that if we were going back there, we would certainly look into some of those other hotels. The main thing about where we stayed here at the Wyndham Grand, again, is because we were there to visit with family. Again, this is the first time we have met most of our family members over there. And we were pretty much told this is the hotel you'd want to stay at because it was just easy for transport, safety. So that's why we gave it 3 out of 5 stars.
Well, and I really think it was probably the nicest hotel in the area where we needed to be at the time.
That's
So
true.
yeah, I just think that it was fine. Everything was good. So, but anyway, those are our thoughts and our opinions of how we felt about the Wyndham Grand in Yangon, Myanmar, which was formerly called Burma, just in case you're not sure what Myanmar is. And, give us a like and subscribe. And we'd love to hear your thoughts or comments. And we'll see you again soon with the next part of our travels.
Yep. Take care. Bye-bye.